Excellent. Hey, it's Miller again. Boy, we got a find for you. This is good friend Anders. Anders, what is the name of your company you work for?
It's Thinkoptics, and we make this little remote control attachment that goes into the iPhone or iPod Touch.
All right, we weren't kidding. This is a really good find for you. Anders, what is the position that you're holding over here?
I'm the CTO and founder of Thinkoptics.
Oh, excellent, excellent. So you're pretty much creator of everything.
Yes, well, with a team of people.
Awesome, yes. Awesome. Alrighty, let's see. So what can you tell us about this new product here?
Yeah, so the iPhone is a wonderful machine, but what we've done is added new capabilities, new hardware capabilities to the iPhone. And it's really three new things that we're adding. One of them is the ability to point directly at any, interact with a PC or a Mac from afar by just pointing at it. So you can see here that when I point at the screen, exactly where I point is where the cursor goes. Now it's optical based, if you will. Think of it kind of the Wii with higher precision, and it works directly on your PC or your Mac.
Oh wow, excellent.
And so exactly where I point is where it goes. I can shake it all about, do whatever I want, and it can't lose track whatsoever.
That's just astounding. Well, what can you show us on here?
Yeah. So what I'll show you here is that one of the features was the direct pointing. The other feature is the IR universal remote. It can also be your kind of ideal universal remote. And finally, it also has a built-in microphone, so you can talk to your PC. You can say media. You can say Internet Explorer, open Internet Explorer, close that, and think that is if you have Windows 7 or Vista that has built-in speech recognition. So what do we have here? We virtualize remotes. So we have a lot of remotes available for you right here. So this represents my living room. So I have an Xbox 360. So this kind of shows you how much of a geek I am. Xbox 360, if I want to control that, I just tap on it, and now I have a virtualized remote of the Xbox 360. So I go back out of this. Of course, I have my Wave It controller. I have my Samsung 52-inch TV, and here I have a PS3 hooked up for Blu-ray control. So now I can watch my Blu-ray, but I can also tip it on the side, and it's like sitting with a QWERTY keyboard in your lap. Full USB wireless keyboard. You don't have to have that wireless mouse or wireless keyboard. You have it all at your fingertips here. So if we go out of this, I'm going to go to another one of my remotes, and it might be the media center. So I have a media center PC hooked up. In this case, I'm going to show you for Windows 7. I tap that one, and hopefully what should happen, let's watch that again. Come on, there it goes. It opens up the Media Center. Now, once you're on Media Center, the old traditional way of navigating Media Center is up, down, left, right arrows. But here you can do direct pointing. So exactly where you point is where the cursor goes. And now you can click on items and you can get random access to things. So we're just going to wait a second for the Media Center to respond, to get up and going here. So now once we're here, you can see we have a weird collection of music here, but where I point is where the cursor goes, so I can just use that to immediately click on the screen and interact with it. I can also, if I want to change the volume, I just do this and change the volume up or down. If I go over here, I can change channels. If I do like this, I have my full QWERTY keyboard available to me as well. And if I want to talk to my PC, I just hold this button down and I can ask it to do things for me. Now I can exit out of this to kill that, and now we're actually doing a PowerPoint presentation. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to our PowerPoint remote. Switching views here, go to the bottom, and I'm going to go to this one. This is our PowerPoint remote control. Now I only have a few minutes to give this talk, so I'm going to say, give me 3 minutes here. So now that I'm talking to you, I can say, well, just press next slide, talk about our product. I can be 300 feet away and press this, and it'll work. Or I can directly point to the screen. Now the key, one of the wonderful things about this is that you don't have to install any software on your PC. You plug this thing in, and it just works immediately. It's a plug and play. It gets recognized as a USB mouse, a USB wireless keyboard, a USB microphone, all these things. Now, there's another cool thing. Few people know about the fact that you can also draw in PowerPoint. So now you can annotate. And again, no software has been installed on the PC. If you had a PC right now, now I could do this all on your PC.
Let's go.
Let me stop the show here, and go back out here. One of the things that I love about this is the ability to be any remote control. So you will be able to go to the App Store and say, oh, is there an Xbox 360 remote, and you can download it. But if it doesn't exist, what you do is you're going to want to go to our program that we call tabula rasa, meaning blank slate in Latin. And so you start with a blank slate, and you want to be able to control anything, and maybe create your buttons exactly the way you want them, and then upload them for everybody else to share and download. So now we have here a universal remote. I can go to different portions here. Let me see here. I've been screwing up my remote. Here's a remote control. We have multiple screens, of course, for that remote, but I want to edit it. So I go in here, and I'm going to say edit the remote control. The first thing I want to do is I want to change that background. I can have various different textures of background, so I'm going to say I want clouds from space. Then I say add a button, and I can add various different types of buttons in here. Double tap it to give it a function. I can give it a USB function to control my PC, or I could go to I can give it an IR function. I can even give it sounds. So, but the thing that I really like is the ability to change that background, because it gives you a lot of control. You can draw your own pictures, or if you have an iPhone,
take your own pictures. Yeah.
You can take your own pictures as well.
Okay.
So at this point,
you're creating your own control.
Exactly. At this point, you're creating your own control. So now you can take a picture of the remote control that you like, and you can virtualize it and add it in here, and just add hotspots, and even have the hotspots be buttons that say beep beep beep, and macros as well. That when you click on one button, it'll send an IR command, one or two IR commands, as well as PC commands, and so on.
Excellent.
But there's two more things you can do when taking pictures. One is that you can draw your own picture, your own remote. So now you just take a picture of a remote control, like this, and you can virtualize that remote. Or what you can do is you can step back in your living room, you can take a picture of your living room, and then when you want to turn on your TV, you just tap on the TV.
That's really.
You want to turn on the DVD, and so on. All right, sorry.
Oh no problem. Unfortunately, we're running a little bit on time right now. This multifunctional idea is just going to be great. Check out onto it on the company was Thinkoptics Incorporated. We'll go into that. I just have 3 more questions for you, Anders. Have you heard of AccessoryGeeks.com before?
No.
No. All right, we are a phone accessories-based company. We'll find us on the internet. We do have a YouTube website for entertainment, how-to videos, and many more reviews.
Okay, great.
Just curious, what kind of geek are you? Geek simply being a fan of something.
I am a big gamer. Play a lot of games. My most famous, my favorite one is Call of Duty.
Oh, of course.
By far. Stood in line to get the first copies when they came out. And otherwise, big Xbox, PS3, and Nintendo fan.
And if you weren't, you probably wouldn't have been able to come up with this idea.
Right.
So it's just really great. And then just one more thing, a message to all the potential geeks out there.
There's so much content coming for you in your living rooms. There's the internet that provides Hulu, Netflix, just a slew of different content. And if you really want to be able to navigate that content, our product is one that hopefully will make it a lot easier for you to never get out of your couch.
Oh, I believe so. Anders, it's been a pleasure.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Good luck to you.
Thanks. Bye.